Hello, it's me, the ukulele teacher, here to teach you how to play the Ukulele Anthem by Amanda Palmer. So, grab your uke, make sure it's in tune, and get ready to play the Ukulele Anthem. Just in case you've never heard the song before, I'm going to play you through the first couple of verses and a chorus now to give you a rough idea of what it should sound like. Sid Vicious played a 4-string Fender bass guitar and couldn't sing, and everybody hated him except for those who loved him. A ukulele has 4 strings, but Sid did not play ukulele. He did smack and probably killed his girlfriend Nancy Spungen. If only Sid had a ukulele, maybe he could have been happy. Maybe he would not have suffered such a sad end. He maybe would not have done all that heroin. Instead, he maybe would have sat around just singing nice songs to his girlfriend. So play your favorite cover song, especially if the words are incorrect, 'cause even if you're great about it, doesn't mean you're failing. Do your homework with a fork and eat your Fruit Loops in the dark, and bring your Etch-a-Sketch to work and play your ukulele. Ukulele, small and forceful. Ukulele, brave and peaceful. You can play the ukulele too. It is painfully simple. Play your ukulele badly. Play your ukulele loudly. Ukulele, banish evil. Ukulele, save the people. Ukulele, gleaming golden on the top of every steeple. These are the chords you'll need for the song. If you already know them, skip ahead now. To play the chord of C, put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And the chord of C should sound like this. To play the chord of C7, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 1st string. And the chord of C7 should sound like this. To play F sus2, put your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And the chord of F sus2 should sound like this. To play G7 sus4, keep your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, put your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, put your 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and put your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. And the chord of G7 sus4 should sound like this. Then to go from G7 sus4 to G7, simply lift up your 4th finger. And the chord of G7 should sound like this. And to play the chord of B flat 6, put your 1st finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, your 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string, and your 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. For those of you who already know the chord of G, it's exactly the same, just shift the whole shape up 3 frets. 1, 2, 3. And the chord of B flat 6 should sound like this. Now all the way through the intro, verses and choruses, the chord sequence is exactly the same. C to C7 to F sus2 to G7 sus4 to G7. So once you learn how to move from each of those chords, you've got most of the song down already. I'll come back to the intro later, but the strumming pattern throughout the verse and chorus is just your basic down, down, up, up, down, up. You play it twice on all the chords except for the G7 sus4 and the G7, where you just play it once. So the verses and choruses all go like this. C, C7, F sus2, G7 sus4, G7, C, C7, F sus2, G7 sus4, G7. And when you can play that sequence all the way through, you've got all of the verses and all of the choruses. So let's move on to the bridge. The strumming pattern is exactly the same, but the order of the chords changes. The first 2 lines are F sus2 to G7, and then C back to F sus2. And you play the down, down, up, down, up pattern twice on each of those chords. Ukulele, small and forceful. Ukulele, brave and peaceful. You can play the ukulele too. It is painfully simple. Then the 3rd line of the bridge is the same as the first line, F sus2 to G7. Play your ukulele badly, play your ukulele final line of the bridge is the B flat 6 chord, and you hold that chord for 8 times through on the strumming pattern. Ukulele, banish evil, ukulele, save the people, ukulele, gleaming golden on the top of every steeple. So let's put that whole bridge together. Ukulele, small and forceful, ukulele, brave and peaceful, you can play the ukulele too. It is painfully simple. Play your ukulele badly, play your ukulele loudly. Ukulele, banish evil, ukulele, save the people, ukulele, gleaming golden on the top of every steeple. So now we've got the verse, chorus and bridge, all we need to learn now is the intro. The good news is it's the same chords as the verse and the chorus. The bad news is the strumming pattern is a little bit harder. Here's how the intro should sound at full speed. So let me slow it right down for you and show you exactly what I'm playing. That first chord of C starts off with a really nice flourish. It sounds really cool, but all I'm playing is a very fast down, up, down with a quick flick of the wrist. Down, up, down. After the flourish, it's just a basic down, up, down, up, down. Then on the C7, it's up, up, down, up, down, up, down. Then go to the F sus2 and do the flourish and down, up, down, up, down again. And then do exactly the same up, up, down, up, down, up, down that you did on the C7, but with the G7 sus4 and G7, swapping halfway through, like this. Up, up, down, up, down, up, down. So let's put the whole thing together nice and slow. Just play that through a bunch of times until you can play it through nice and quickly, and then you've got the intro. Then put it all together with the verses, chorus and bridge that we learnt earlier, and you've got the entire song. And that's how to play Ukulele Anthem by Amanda Palmer. I've been the ukulele teacher. If you have any requests for future lessons, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I love you all and I wish you the best.